Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to this short signing ceremony. We will start the ceremony with introductory remarks from the Deputy Secretary-General. I will then invite the ministers to sign the document, which will be followed by the family photograph. Then the DSG will return to his meetings, and I will then invite the ministers to make remarks before we conclude the ceremony. So without further ado, I turn the floor to the Deputy Secretary-General.
Thank you so much, Zoe, dear Wendy, dear Minister Pevkur, Minister Murnice, and Minister Hanasauskas, dear friends, dear colleagues. It is my pleasure to be here today for this very important signing of the Declaration of Cooperation on Airspace between Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, our dear Baltic allies. In the context of enhancing NATO's deterrence and defense posture, I congratulate you for the close cooperation demonstrated in this declaration, which will provide a cross-border airspace solution for NATO training and exercises. Allies have already enhanced the NATO air and missile defense posture on the eastern flank by deploying air and missile defense resources and executing enhanced vigilance activities, thus demonstrating their solidarity, determination, and ability to defend alliance territory and our populations. Airspace is a finite resource which needs to be shared amongst civil and military users. The solution developed here in the Baltic region delivers a flexible and tangible result in the spirit of sharing airspace, while at the same time matches the needs of the alliance to strengthen NATO air and missile defense capabilities. We will continue to improve this posture over the long term in order to enable the readiness and responsiveness of NATO air and missile defense forces. The availability of suitable airspace volume is a key enabler in support to the regular deployment of air and missile defense assets for training and preparedness has been recently proven by a major exercise done in your region. We are also very clear in saying that the addition of this cross-border airspace solution here in the Baltic states is an excellent example of close collaboration between not only the military forces, but also with our civilian colleagues. I think it's an inspiration for the rest of our alliance. Dear ministers, dear friends, dear allies, thank you for your commitment, for your spirit of innovation, and the spirit of intense and traditional cooperation on behalf of your region and behalf of our great alliance. Thank you so much, and it's a privilege for me, representing the Secretary-General, to be with you at this very auspicious moment. Thank you so very much.
And I invite you to sign the declarations in front of you. And now I'd invite the DSG and the ministers for a family photograph.
Wait, a photo op? Yeah, let's do a photo op and then we'll make the statements. Each takes the flag. Congratulations. 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 I'm calling team spirit in the Baltic area. So much, and I will leave you for your declarations.
And it's my pleasure to now invite the Minister of National Defence for the Republic of Lithuania to take the floor.
Dear colleagues, Inara and Hanno, a declaration of cooperation between the Baltic states is an important step forward in strengthening the air defense of the Baltic states. I welcome NATO's decision on the air defense rotational model. It is of exceptional importance for Lithuania. The rotational model will help to ensure a smooth transition from air policing to air defense. We work with our allies to implement the rotational model. Lithuania is ready to provide the needed infrastructure and host nation support. We invest in national air defense capabilities. Lithuania acquires additional NATO system. Also, over the next 10 years, Lithuania plans to invest about 142 million euros in the infrastructure of the Šiauliai Air Base. We are grateful to the allies for deploying air defense assets for the protection of the NATO summit, which contributes to success of this event. At the same time, we see the deployment of air defense capabilities as a first step in testing the principles of the air defense rotational model. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. And I'd now like to invite the Minister of Defence for the Republic of Latvia. Thank you.
Thank you, my fellow colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Ukrainian resolve to protect their country and people against Russia's aerial firepower shows us every day that air defense is an important component to determine course of the war and success in it. We have no reason to think that Russia's air and missile campaigns would be different in any other potential conflict. Given the circumstances, it's particularly crucial to step up national and collective efforts in boosting our air and missile defense capacity. I echo my colleagues and welcome NATO's decision on air and missile defense assets rotational model, which is incremental step for whole alliance. I am very glad that together with Lithuania and Estonia we have reached another milestone in our close cooperation. Commitments highlighted in this declaration is our share to facilitate swift and prompt implementation of rotational model, as well as to host and contribute to NATO deterrence activities. Our trilateral achievements so far serve as a good example for our allies. We have already established opportunities for NATO and allies to employ our airspace. We are investing heavily in development of national air defense capabilities. Our intent is to increase defense investments, and it remains unwavering. Latvia stands ready to provide necessary infrastructure and host nation support for allied air and missile defense units, thus facilitating interoperability among our forces and exercising transition from air policing to air defense. We look forward to temporarily hosting Baltic Air Policing mission from Lielvārde Air Base. Relocation of this vital mission demonstrates NATO operational flexibility and provides novel locations in the Baltic region for Allied fighting jets to test interoperability and to exercise. I am confident that sky over Baltic states is and will remain secure. Thank you.
Minister, thank you very much. And finally, let me invite the Minister of Defence for the Republic of Estonia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Inara, Arvidas, journalists. Well, we all know how important air defense is. We see that every day in Ukraine, and it is clear that we have to see what we can do more in order to protect our people, our nations. And that declaration shows that the Baltic states are ready to do more and intend to continue cooperation on developing air defense. I'm very happy that a couple of weeks ago we agreed in NATO Ministerial the principle that there will be air defense rotational model. And this is why we now go to the next level, and then we try to start to implement that also, especially on the NATO's eastern flank. Estonia, of course, is ready to host that kind of missions, and we are ready to offer our host nation support to that kind of missions. We have, luckily, in Estonia, a flexible legal framework in place to create the necessary airspace training areas, and these are in accordance with the NATO regulations for flight level. We have excellent cooperation with civil aviation, and we have already hosted NATO large-scale air operation exercises with allied air forces like Air Defender 23. Of course, we saw already many months back that there is an urgent need to develop air defense, and this is why we started to look for the options as long we don't have our own medium-range air defense, and this is why I'm very, very thankful to Spain for deployment of NASAMS surface-to-air missile defense battery to Estonia temporarily. It has given us valuable experiences, and we welcome other allies to follow their lead. Obviously, we need to invest also more, and definitely we will also do, and we will invest to our infrastructure. We will renovate Ämari Air Base next year, and this is why I'm very thankful also to Latvia that they can host the air patrolling mission that time. So we all understand why we are doing that. I truly hope that also our people understand that, and also our allies understand why it is so crucial also during the war in Ukraine to give the confirmation and certainty to our people that our airspace is protected. So thank you very much for all of you. I thank once again my colleagues, and we are happy to see that one extra initiative among Baltic states can realize, and I really hope that quite quickly. Thank you very much.